My name is Andrew, and this is Rogue Wrenching. I know what you're thinking, why is he in his garage again? Well, it's because we are moving. We are T-minus 15 days to the move date. We are moving from Arizona. We are going to Missouri. We're going to a small town called Sparta, which is right near the Springfield, Missouri area. Anyways, nestled kind of right into the Ozarks, about 30 minutes north of Branson. Really nice area. Obviously, we're going to show you that when we get there, but this is kind of the moving video, I guess you could say. So this is a video where I'm going to show you guys kind of what this process looks like. We're going to talk about the things that are frustrating and just kind of share our story. So if this is a little discombobulated and a little more vloggy than normal, I apologize. This is not kind of the type of video that I normally do on this channel. Usually we're doing like practical how-to videos and stuff like that. But for right now, this is what we're doing. This is where we're going, and this is what's happening. All right, we are T-minus 14 days. We've got the truck. I just picked up a bunch of free moving boxes here. Come check these out. So these are all free boxes that we acquired for free. We've got the pile going there over my left shoulder. Wow, I'm a little dirty. I just got off work. Anyways, we got our new communication devices. So we're driving in a convoy of 3 vehicles. So that's going to be myself, my wife driving the kids, and I'm flying in my best friend to drive the Integra. Anyways, we want to have communication that works without cell networks. So we're going the GMRS route. So we've got the proper licensing and all of that sort of thing. I'm also a licensed ham radio operator for if we decide to switch over to that sort of frequency range. Anyways, we got GMRS radios that we're going to use for this. If you guys are interested in these, these are actually really pretty darn sweet units. Paid like 45 bucks for a set of 2 of these. They came with a big long floppy antenna, as well as this little rubber duck antenna. Anyways, for 45 bucks, pretty darn good deal. Definitely recommend those. I'll put a link to those in the description. Obviously, this is not like a sales plug, but just if you're interested, I like them. We'll review how well they work once we're actually driving. But anyway, we are T-minus 14 days. We got comms, we got boxes, and we are rolling. T-minus 11 days. As you can tell, the pile behind me is growing. It is definitely growing. Today was a big day. We're now into the evening. We got a lot done today. We got the spare tire mounted and prepped for the trailer because I didn't have a spare tire up until recently, and then I didn't have a spare wheel, so we got the new wheel on. We got all that done. We went through all of the pre-trip, pre-drive inspections on all of the vehicles that are going to be making this drive. It's 1,300 miles with some pretty big mountain ranges between here and Missouri, and so went through and kind of went over all the vehicles, checked, oil level and tire pressures, and rotated some tires and did some minor service work. Getting everybody ready for the drive. And I went to Home Depot and I spent like almost $200 on ratchet straps, but I'm really proud of this, guys. So check this out. These are my purchases. We bought a lot of stuff today. So we got these guys here are your little standard like 1 inch, 500-pound working load straps. This is like your cheap straps here. So these at Home Depot, the 4-pack for $9.97, so sub 10 bucks per 4-pack. So we got like 7 of those, and then we got these guys. These are the 1.25 inch. So these are 1,000-pound working load per strap with the same kind of S-hook deal there. Those are $20 or $19.97 or whatever. That's like 20 bucks per box. We got 2 of those, and then we got these guys. These are your big, heavy-duty 2-inch by 27 feet. So 27 feet long, 2-inch wide, 3,300 pounds max working load. These are like the big straps that I use for tying down like cars and like big heavy stuff. So we're tying down my F-350 on the trailer, and that's kind of what these guys are for. We did pick up some of these little E-Track tie downs. These are from Harbor Freight, so they're a Hall Master brand. So E-Track clip on one end, and then just a D-ring for securing on the other. And we're renting some E-Track straps with the OD Household Services trailer, but I wanted to pick up a couple more, and they weren't super expensive. Moving over here, we've got a couple of tarps. So one of these is we're taking our main Cal King mattress, and it's going to be in a bag, but we also picked up this big 9mm tarp that we're going to wrap it in as well for extra security, because that's coming with us on the open flatbed underneath the F-350. So we want to make sure that's well protected. And then we also got another smaller tarp there that is for all the tools and toolboxes and stuff that's going to be in the back of the F-350 while we drive We got a smaller tarp to secure that, or not secure it, but rather keep it safe from the weather. And then we got just a 40 pack of like bungee cords. And then I understand, guys, I understand that this is crap. Like, this is abject garbage. And I get it, but it was $4, and I'm sure I'm going to use this, honestly, probably to take care of that canoe right there, because I don't really want to use anything hard like a strap on it. So I think the rope is going to be primarily used for that canoe. We've still got a lot of stuff going on. This is my old welding cart. Obviously, it's got the welder, it's got the tank on the side. I'm not taking this cart with me, so we got to go through this, pull the tank off, pull the welder off, pull the junk off of it. There's a lot of stuff on here that's worth keeping, but this cart, even though it is a Snap-on, I paid $10 for it like forever ago. And by forever, I mean like 7 years ago. And then with my flux core, I welded this box to it. Honestly, this thing is junk. So that's going away. We are going to build a new welding cart. So if you're not subscribed and you want to see that project, definitely check that out. We've got a bunch of these Costco totes. I love these things. They're great, but they can get really heavy. So be careful when you're packaging with those. Oop, that's the wrong direction. Hello. Here we go. Back into this corner, we've still got our air compressor. There is way back in there, there's a shop press, 20-ton shop press sitting back in there. Obviously the bandsaw is here. These items are just kind of going to be a pain in the rear. Torches are going to be coming with us, but Old Dominion has a little thing where they don't like to have explosive stuff in their trailers. So we're going to definitely need to do something else with that. I think we're probably going to put those in the welding truck, which is that black F450 that we're going to be driving. So all that being said, this is a huge project. We are, like I said, T-minus 11 days. It's getting crazier. It's getting crazier and crazier every day, and it's not going to get any less crazy until after we get there. So kind of a bit of a longer, this video is going to be a little bit longer because it's the whole journey as we go. I'm going to try my best to kind of film as we work through this process and not just like recap at the end. So I'm going to try to show you all the cool stuff. Well, yeah, it's going to be crazy. Okay, so we are T-minus 11. No, we were 11 last time. T-minus 10. It is Sunday. We have through next Sunday and then to Wednesday before we're going. So we've got, 10 days left. So we're at 10 days. Anyways, so we're making some progress here in the garage. We've got that big old can right there all filled up. Let me show you what we got going on. All right, so we got our oriented strand board. There, we're going to use that for making shelving in the moving truck. I'll show you how that works when we get to that point. You'll notice that the cart that was in here the other day is gone. My good buddy Lorenzo went ahead and picked that up for me. I also got rid of the extra flat top grill that was on the back porch. So now our problem that we're running into now is that this can is almost full, and trash day is not like we have 2 more dumps of this can while we live here, but it's a little bit windy out here. You can see the trees having a good time. Anyways, real nice afternoon. Oh, sorry, bud. Oh, there's Logan. Anyway, we've all been hanging out outside most of the day today and working on stuff. So truck bed's all cleaned out, and well, mostly all cleaned out, and it's ready for loading tools into it. So that's that. Yeah, working through cleaning up the workbench area. That's definitely a bit of an operation to get that one done. Anyways, but it's a lot with all the kids and everything, and that pile is definitely growing. But yeah, that's where we're at for right now. We are currently T-minus 5 days, I think, if I can do the math correctly. I'm in my car. I'm about to drive to work for the last time. I've worked for this shop out in Arizona, Hamilton Auto and Diesel. Great shop, by the way. If you guys need a shop anywhere in the Arizona area, these are definitely some of the best guys out there, and they actually care about their customers' cars. It's one of the many reasons that I've stayed there for so long. I've been at Hamilton's for longer than I've worked anywhere else. So I've been here almost 3 years, and it's kind of weird today going in for the last time. So anyway, hoping to crush it today and not break down crying. I'm kidding, I don't cry at work very often anyway. So yeah, last day at work, so we gotta get through today, which is kind of a tough balance when like going on vacation or leaving a job, because you don't want to leave anything partially done, you know, as far as like I don't want to take a truck apart that somebody else has to put back together, that sort of thing. So we'll see how today goes as far as that, and then we got to load up all the tools and equipment and all that stuff on the trailer and get the trucks loaded. We're not actually leaving today. We're going to California for the weekend for my wife's side of the family. I'm going to go do Easter with them. So it's going to be a wild ride. So if you're not already buckled up, you can't get the seatbelt out. That was going to be really cool. Buckle up. We got Joseph. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna resist it.
Resist.
I shall not.
Resist.
Wow. I mean, I don't even know. Did I have to ask my wife that question? I don't actually know. Yeah. Morning, Matt. Well, it has been a really good 3 years here at Hamilton Auto and Diesel out here in Buckeye, Arizona. Fabulous shop if you guys ever need anything done. I just clocked out for the last time. It's been quite a ride. It's been a really good 3 years. I've grown tremendously, both personally and professionally, in my time here, and I'm very excited about this next chapter that I'm stepping into. But it's definitely a little bit emotional saying goodbye to the guys for the last time. So, anyways, I got a lot of stuff in here, and we got to get it loaded. So we're gonna do that next. So the first thing that I got to do is put together a toolkit of all the tools that I might need while I'm on the road, because if they're in a bag, they're much easier to get to than if they're just on there. You might notice this little mark on my face here. It's because I smacked myself with a wrench earlier, so that was fun. Anyway, that's the cart behind me. We're gonna put together a tool bag of all the relevant tools that I might possibly want or need while we're driving. So hopefully we don't have any kind of like roadside breakdowns. Obviously, I guess we'll find out later in the video.
Everyone makes mistakes.
No, I know. I want to lift it as keeping the box as level as possible.
Yeah, I'm saying everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. No worries. Nice and slow, nice and steady. You understand that this toolbox, the box is $5 grand. There's probably $10,000, $15,000 inside of it. All right, that's good. Let's come straight forward. Can you see that side of the bed rail?
Yeah.
All right, we're good. Keep going forward. Okay, so we've talked it over. We've discussed the options, myself and my good friend Kevin here. Kevin works for Hamilton Towing. If you ever need towing out in the Buckeye, Arizona area, definitely hit up Kevin. Anyways, what we're doing is we're going to turn the boxes and face the drawers to the driver's side, so they're going to be sitting this way as opposed to this way. That way we can tarp them as a bundle, which is important because we're expecting to drive through some nasty weather, and that's what we're going to do. So here we go. All right, so what we're doing now is we're taking the forks, we're going underneath, and we're going to pick this thing up. It's a little precarious, it's a little bit sketchy. It's kind of the only option we have at this point, and then we're going to roll the cart into the bed of the truck. Cool? Cool, let's do it.
With wood.
With wood underneath, yeah, obviously. Not an amateur. Let's go down and tip back a little bit. All right, come forward. Woo! Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah. Andrew, please hold that.
I'm gonna hang on to it, dude, believe me.
Because I have to shift over. I'm already shifted all the way to the left.
Okay, so we're off the ground now, right? Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna say, let's just recommend that if you have to do this, pay a professional. Don't try to do it yourself. Also, as a reminder to all of our viewers out there, if you're ever doing something like this that's kind of sketchy and you're stabilizing a heavy load and the load starts to go, don't try to save it because this is heavier than you. You're gonna get hurt, stuff can be replaced, people can't. It's not worth it. So be careful, be safe, but if stuff starts to go sideways, back out and protect yourself first. We are about out of throw on the forklift though, I see. Okay, hold on. So front wheels are the truck is holding the front wheels, the back is still on the boards. I'm just gonna pull it forward and try to slide it on the forks so that we don't drop it. All right, forks down.
Forks down.
And probably tip forward too.
Forward. Going down.
Okay. And then you should be able to just should be able to back straight up. That was a lot. Thank you. You all right?
Nervous as hell.
You're okay. The sketchy part is over.
Sketchy part is over. I am glad I was able to help you.
I am glad that we didn't drop this.
Because that would have been a blooper.
Yeah, not one I want to publish on the internet. Hey, watch me destroy $1,000. Yeah, no, let's not do that.
No.
Okay. Kevin, thank you for your help. Really appreciate it.
Hey, it helps proving myself over the few times that I ran a forklift for you. You trusted me enough.
Oh yeah, dude.
To do this.
Of course I do. All right. So we've got the boxes secured in the truck, tarped, and then straps back over the tarp. And we are basically going to call that good for tonight because I am driving to California before the break of dawn tomorrow morning, and it is 7:30, almost 8 o'clock at night. Right now, I've been going since 7 o'clock this morning, so I'm tired, I'm worn out, I'm hungry, and we got the big thing, the big time-consuming thing, which was getting the toolboxes loaded and tarped and secured, and all that is done. So there is still some kind of stuff over here that I got to load up separately, but effectively, this is the big thing. Obviously, this truck is still going on the other, maybe not obviously. There's still a lot more to do. We're nowhere near done, but this was the big time suck, and we got that out of the way, so. Today's the day. Trailer's showing up in the next couple hours, and then we get to start putting all that pile in the trailer when it shows up. So, anyway, we were out in California last night doing Easter with the family, and today is the day that we load it up. So, in a little bit there will be a trailer right behind that tree, and we are going to get it loaded because this garage is crazy. It's crazy. There's a lot of stuff here. Anyways, so that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. I got to go to the airport in about 20 minutes to go pick up my buddy who's going to be driving with us. So anyways, that's the update. Let's go. All right, so we have the truck loaded up. This is James. He's the guy we just picked up from the airport. Truck is loaded up on the trailer and all secured down, as secure as we can possibly get it, being pulled by the other truck that we built the engine for. So hopefully everything holds together. So we're gonna go give it about a 20-minute run down the freeway, make sure everything looks and feels good like it should, and then if everything looks good, we'll park it and we're gonna load the semi-trailer tomorrow. I'm not sure how we're terming the, oh, there's a light pole there, sorry. I'm not sure how we're terming the T-minus days at this point, because today's the day. We got today and tomorrow to load up everything out of this house and put it in that trailer. So it's a big day ahead of us. There's a ton of work to do, doing our best to not be stressed with the children and each other. So we flew in James yesterday, and he's going to be a tremendous help here. He's driving my car, and then I'm driving the that truck, pulling that truck. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy couple of days, but if everything goes according to plan, we are going to be in, let's see here, it's Tuesday morning right now, about 7:20 in the morning, and we got to get this trailer loaded today and picked up tomorrow, and then we're off very early in the morning on Thursday. So let's get going. All right, it is about 12:30. Let me show you the garage real quick. Wah! So the garage is frankly pretty empty at this point. We got a lot of stuff out. We got the compressor, we got the press, the bandsaw, all that stuff. So a lot of stuff is clearing out. Toolbox is out, drill press is out. A lot of our boxes are moving. Hello. Yep. There she be. So that's what we're working with. Stuff is going absolutely crazy. We got stuff all over the place. All in all, we're making really good progress. We're trying to get this trailer loaded today and like be done with it today. All of my neighbors hate me because the traffic is ridiculous on this road, because between having the dry van parked there and my truck over there, there's one lane between them. So anyway, it's good. We're making progress. There's still a ton to do, and we'll check in with you guys later because I'm covered in sweat and this is not real flattering, but we're doing it anyway because we're vlogging this apparently. I don't know why. Okay, so as you can probably tell by the echo, and you can see behind me, this garage is like absolutely empty other than the canoe. So fun fact, that canoe my parents bought about 6 years before I was born, and I now own it, which is super cool. So it is a huge project. It needs a lot of work to be like ready to go out on the lake and go canoeing again. But that's something that I really enjoyed as a kid growing up with my parents. And like my dad taking me out canoeing was a really big part of my childhood that I really enjoyed. So I am gonna fix that canoe. I'm gonna refinish it and do all the repair work that's needed because it's all hand-laid wood. Anyway, so that canoe is going on one of the trucks. We got basically everything out of the house. We got everything out of the garage for the most part. We don't actually have to be out of here until the end of the day tomorrow. And so we've got some final stuff that is still in the house. Some air mattresses that we're staying on, alarm clock, phone chargers, that sort of thing. Everything else is loaded in the Old Dominion trailer. There's some jets flying over, that's why the audio sounds so bad, but we're like 90% there. We're 90% there. Trucks are mostly all loaded up. We got all that stuff lined out. Everybody in my neighborhood, I think, hates me at this point because between that giant trailer there and then that like right across the street, this little bottleneck right in here is just absolutely miserable. Anyways, so we're calling it a night. It is 8:30 at night. Been going since about 7:20 this morning. So it's been a very full day. So it's Tuesday night tonight, right now. So it's 8:30 on Tuesday right now. We are leaving Thursday morning at about 4:30 in the morning is the current plan. So we got to finish we got to get everything out of the house, get the house clean from top to bottom, all the final stuff out, and then we are off to Missouri.
Oh.
No, it's just the pizza sauce.
Hi, Dad.
Hello.
This cereal is delicious.
Trucks are all loaded. Moving truck is loaded. Garage is empty. We're loading up cars. Crazy.
It's official. Is it official?
It's official.
It's mostly official. We just signed all of our final closing documents for selling the house, and we are driving to Missouri tomorrow. So we'll check back in when we get recording confirmation of the close, which is supposed to happen on Friday. So today's Wednesday, and we're officially closing Friday. Anyways, bit of a mess, but anyways,
We're doing it. We're doing the thing.
it's a real thing. It's really happening. I guess
For better or for worse.
I'd say we're committed at this point, but
Yeah.
anyway, cool.
Do it.
What are you smiling about?
You're a little.
All right, we're in the car. We're driving. We got Vivian.
Hi.
We are just coming into Black Canyon City, Arizona, which is about half an hour north of Phoenix. Not even half an hour. It's like 15 minutes north of Phoenix. We're going kind of slow, trying to maintain temperature on the truck so we don't get it too warm. We're definitely pulling a lot of weight here, but so far the trucks are doing good. Everybody's looking good. Vehicles are all holding up so far. We're trying to push to Flagstaff for breakfast, although it is almost 8 o'clock in the morning, so we might not make it to Flagstaff for breakfast. The point is, if we can get to Flagstaff, mechanically, I think everything's going to be fine, because this is the hardest pull of the entire drive is going to be pulling this grade. So it's going to be some slow hills, some slow miles, but that's okay. We're making good progress. We're making mediocre time. I'm not upset. So, there's a sheriff's deputy. Maybe let's not get pulled over for vlogging. Oh, no, I lied. Not a sheriff's deputy, just someone with a flat tire from Georgia. Anyways, so yeah, we're getting ready to pull the Sunset Point grade. And I'm not excited. It's going to be a slow grade, but we're coming into the hill at 213 degrees on the oil, which is normal. I don't know why that's important. The point is, we got some slow hills coming up.
I've never seen a hill that has a curve that's flat.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So yeah.
And the hill?
Not that hill, but the one over there.
All right, we're fueling in Flagstaff. We made it up the hill. This was the big push. The only thing we had is we had a couple of foam blocks on the canoe that kind of walked out, but they're still there, so we just got to readjust that. Everything else is looking good. All of our bearing temperatures look good. Yeah, all the stuff that we were, I'm not going to say worried about, but all the things that we were wanting to be aware of as far as mechanically, everything is checked out good. So we climbed up from home today at, I think we started about 1,000 feet of elevation, and now we're at like 7,500 feet of elevation. So this is the hardest and the longest, not the longest. It was long because we had to do 30 miles an hour pulling a couple of those grades. So a couple of long, slow hills, but at the end of the day, we made it to Flagstaff. My thinking is, and I don't want to jinx myself here, but if every vehicle made it up the hill to Flagstaff, that's the most strenuous part of the journey as far as the vehicles are concerned, and we should be smooth sailing all the way to Tucumcari, I don't know how to say that name. Anyway, our overnight's in Tucumcari, New Mexico.
All right, we just passed over the Continental Divide on Interstate 40 coming through New Mexico. We've got about 4.5 hours to our overnight, and everything's looking good and doing good, and we're rolling. We got both girls with me now, and yeah, it turns out New Mexico drivers are really bad at driving, so that's fun and exciting. But anyways, it's amazing how much this thing moves when you go over bumps. But we're doing all right. ride. Everything's holding together so far, so I'll check in with you guys later. All right, we survived our overnight in Tucumcari, New Mexico, and yeah, we got about 9 hours according to the GPS worth of drive time left to go. On this flat ground, the truck is cruising pretty happy at 75. I will say, for those of you that haven't traveled Interstate 40 between Arizona and where we're at in New Mexico now, it is terrible. This road is so rough, and maybe it's just the right lane because that's where I'm driving, because I'm driving a big heavy truck. But this road is terrible. Anyways, we just left the overnight in Tucumcari, like I just said. We are headed to Amarillo is the next stop. Amarillo, Texas. We are stopping to caffeinate everyone who's driving because we didn't get a ton of sleep last night. Just kind of to be expected traveling with children. But anyways, that's where we're at. Maybe we'll shoot a little more there. I'm trying to keep, a decent update, but also I'm not really a vlogger, so I'm not really good at this. So anyways, yep.
Wow, we made it. We are here. This is the new garage that, oh my goodness, my hair's a mess. We made it. We are here. And what a dramatic day. So there were a couple things that we didn't film because it was just, they happened in real time and we weren't able to film them. We had a trailer tire have a near catastrophic failure. The steel bands that hold the tire together, that give it its structure, we had a heavy tread separation, so where the surface of the tread of the tire should normally be flat, it was like ballooned out like a donut. And we checked tire tread temperature when we stopped, and the tire that was having its issue was about 40 degrees hotter than the tire in front of it. And so we suspect that we were probably within a few miles of having a catastrophic blowout on the trailer. So we avoided that. We swapped the spare on, got that tire replaced. It is sitting out there. You might notice that's the red truck. The red truck is pulling the trailer and the black truck is nowhere to be seen. That's because at about 11:30 last night, the black truck died. We're pulling a hill about 36 miles from home and ran out of power and it died. Oh, I got a neighbor coming through. Sorry, gotta wave and not be the awkward YouTuber guy. About 36 miles from home, ran out of power, pulled over to the side of the road. By the time we got to a stop, the truck had died. Because I've got some tools on board, we did some quick tests and concluded that the high pressure oil pump has failed. Which, I shouldn't say it's not a surprise, because it's kind of surprising because it did so well for so long. But anyways, the high pressure oil pump is dead, so the truck is dead in the water, it doesn't run. So we had to unload the red truck off of the trailer, use the red truck to drag the black truck forward, disconnect. So red truck came off the trailer, we disconnected the trailer, used the red truck to drag the black truck, 100 feet forward, and then backed up, connected to the trailer, took all of the important overnight stuff out of the black truck, stuck it into the red truck / the trailer, and then drove it the 38, 40 minutes left to drive to get home. So we did all that. We called AAA because we got AAA because obviously we're driving that far. It's just common sense. Anyways, we called AAA at 11:30 when it first happened. And somehow, because my membership card has been in my wallet for so long, the numbers are scuffed off of it. And there was a number that I misread. And because of that, they canceled the call and didn't call me. So I called them this morning and I was like, hey, just call and check on the status. And they were like, oh yeah, that was canceled. It's great. So we redid the whole thing. Anyways, AAA put a high priority on it because I'd been waiting for 8 hours, which to be fair, I came home and went to bed. I wasn't actually on the side of the road for 8 hours. But AAA put a high priority on it. And then they gave me the name of the contractor that they were going to use. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm just going to call them directly because I've been around this industry. I know how this works. Sometimes it takes hours to get from AAA dispatch to tow company. Anyways, so I Google the company, and before I can even finish typing to Google, my phone rings. Hey, this is Mike with, I can't pronounce the name of the tow company that's towing it. Anyways, they call me. He goes, hey, I just got this call from AAA. I just wanted to make sure I know where you're at and what's going on. And long story short, he was super friendly. He's got the truck now. He's headed here. So we just have to figure out exactly where we're putting it. So this is my new street. There's trees, which is cool. So we've got the wife's car in the driveway. We've got the red truck and the trailer in the street. We've got the moving trailer from Old Dominion. Kind of needs to go right there, but I'm not sure what kind of tow truck this thing is getting towed in on. Depending how big it is, it might not be possible to stick it right there in the driveway. So anyways, that's the update. But at the end of the day, we hit a few bumps in the road, but because we had a contingency plan and because God is gracious to us, this truck made it 98% of the way here. It didn't break down in the middle of Texas or in the middle of New Mexico. This could have been so much worse. And genuinely minor bump in the road. Not even that big of a deal. We were stopped for, I don't know, probably 45 minutes disconnecting and switching trailers around, all that sort of stuff. So all in all, not too bad. Tow truck is coming and we'll update you once it gets here.
And the truck made it. So wow, what an ordeal. Basically, at this point, my camera died because it couldn't record any more video, and so we ended up with a voiceover. So you've got me as your host for the next few minutes. Although, let's be real, we're 36, almost 37 minutes into this video, and I've been your host this whole time. So let's just talk a little bit about what happened. This truck got dropped off mid-morning, about 9:30ish. We had some good friends that live out here, had a Walmart grocery order dropped off for us. So they basically went in and stocked our fridge for us. I was up early because I'm always up early. And I hear a gentle knock on the door, and I open the door, and there's just $200 worth of groceries sitting on my front porch. And I cannot express how much that meant to me, especially knowing the friends that did this for us. The generosity was just, it really meant so much to me. And I am so tremendously blessed and grateful to have such friends. But we got our truck towed back. The tow operator you see here is actually the guy that owns the company. And when he showed up, he was definitely a little salty about having to come get this because, it's heavier than it's supposed to be. And I'm just like, dude, I have to tell you, dude, your contract with AAA is none of my business. And if you don't like it, then you should renegotiate with AAA. Don't complain to me about it. I'm just the one using the service. Anyways, he was a little salty, but he got the truck into the driveway, and it has since been fixed and is now back to driving around like it should be. And so that is the good thing about that. But it was a very, very late night. And then after this, we got this truck dropped off, and I had to drive up to Kansas City, which is about 3.5 hours away, to take my best friend, James, up to the airport because that's the only place we could find a decently priced, reasonable flight to get him home. So, huge shout out to James for volunteering an entire week of his time to come down and help us move. And I know it was unpleasant for him, and I am tremendously grateful for his sacrifice to help us get here. Although I will have you know that I did compensate him tremendously. Who am I kidding? He had $20 left over, and I was just like, dude, you can keep that. We'll call it payment. So I'm probably going to jail for paying below minimum wage because I think that probably translates to 15 cents an hour for how many hours he worked. But that's what friends are for, and I'm tremendously grateful for James's help in making this move happen. So, yeah, this was quite the ordeal. This whole week was absolute insanity, and really, there's probably not many of you still watching, at this 40-minute mark. We're in the length of a full, TV show, basically. But the people that are still going to be watching this are going to be friends and family, people that want to keep up with our journey. And we are so happy to have you here with us. Thank you for sitting through this and watching. You'll notice there's no ads because this is not a video that I'm trying to make any money off of. This is more of just to share our story and share our process and what happened with all of you. As the time of this edit, or the time that I'm actually talking to you, is almost a month after these events took place. And so a month in, we absolutely love it. We've found a what we think to be is a good church home, and we are excited to start getting plugged in and making friends in this area and building community. So this has been a rough I shouldn't say rough. It really wasn't that bad for how big of an inconvenience some of these bumps in the road were. They really weren't that bad. You know, AAA covered this whole tow here didn't cost me a penny out of pocket. And so for that, I am tremendously grateful. God has been so good to us and so faithful to us throughout this journey, and there's no way we'd be here without his help. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. And again, thank you guys for watching. Obviously, I'm talking to my family and my friends here, and maybe some diehard subscribers. If you're a subscriber and I don't know you by name, please leave a comment. Let me know that you watched all the way through to the end. Use the keyword pickle. Again, that is keyword pickle. And I don't know what I'm going to do for you, but something. I will at least reply to your comment. But yeah. Skilled guy. He was grumpy. I've been out all night, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry my truck broke. I'm sorry you have a contract with AAA, and I'm sorry that AAA called you. But thanks for towing my truck. Anyways. All right. We are going to call this good for today. Lots more to come. We have a tremendous amount more to share with you guys in the coming months. And we are so excited to do that. So that's what we're going to call this one now. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next video.